but also we loved the challenge of making Diego do a scene, not only in the prosthetics, but also in Portuguese. And I think he did a good job with his Portuguese.
Hi, Marco.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good, thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to talk to you. So start from the beginning. What was like the main inspiration for this series?
The main inspiration is two great actors had a conversation and said, I want to play a boxer and I want to play your manager. And so from the beginning of that story, and they had already worked together many times. And so from the beginning of that, the ball just started rolling, and their idea became, their kernel of an idea became larger and larger. And eventually I was brought in, and it became, let's make a TV show. So the very beginning was just, they had the characters first. And this show, the first thing that they knew they wanted, each of them knew who they wanted to play and who they wanted to kind of be in this world. So all the plot stuff, all the other stuff that kind of came in was maybe later, but it all began with Gael wanted to play an aging boxer who was looking at making a graceful exit from the world of boxing. And Diego wanted to play this manager who was larger than life, obsessed with cosmetic surgery, and very funny, and kind of, a leech on the world of the boxer. And so that was the very beginning.
Yeah, I love that you include a Brazilian character.
Mhm.
The one, someone that speaks Portuguese. What was important for you? Because I'm Brazilian. So when I saw João, I was like, oh my God, that's so great. What was
Yeah.
important for you to include a character like that? Because we have like luchadores, boxers, like
Yeah.
important in Brazil as well.
Yeah, it was important mostly just to highlight that this was an international series, because boxing is a super international sport. You almost always see boxers from different cultures competing against each other, and then the narrative between that or under that is always, oh, it's this culture versus this culture, right? So it felt important to specify and to have a world where all of this is possible. We also, a British boxer comes in later, but also we loved the challenge of making Diego do a scene, not only in the prosthetics but also in Portuguese, and I think he did a good job with his Portuguese.
He did. Oh my God! Like there's some, like we see the nuance on the accent, but it's like it's amazing what he did there. I was so happy that he speak really Portuguese from Brazil, not just from Portugal.
Yeah. Also
talking about Diego, the transformation, oh my God, he transforms like the prosthetic and everything throughout the series. What was like a challenge? What was like that process over there?
It was, he sat in a chair for hours every morning. So if when a crew gets to a set, it's early. When the makeup and crew and Diego got to a set, it was even earlier. And so I think he was in the chair for about 3 hours every day, putting on all this stuff. And then we went through different phases of it, because he starts kind of already in one place, and then over the course of the season, he goes kind of crazy, injecting even more stuff into his face. And then by the end of the season, he's this other version of himself. So we kind of had an arc just for the makeup alone. But once the makeup was on him, everything, and he also had a fake butt that he would put on. Once it was on him, his body language kind of changed, and he just became Andy in front of us. It was amazing.
Yeah, he looks really young, like in the beginning, the first episode, and then everything like kind of.
Yeah, and then later he looks really not young.
Not young. I know. Exactly. He also has like this Japanese katana that he's like, I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah, like he's a little crazy, like his character. I love that. And so for us to wrap it up, what we can expect of this series?
We can expect a story that is about the boxing, but also about the world behind boxing. All the stuff that happens behind the scenes, not just the stuff that happens in the ring. And that becomes a family drama, that becomes a manager who wants to fire his client and a client who wants to fire his manager, that becomes, an ex-wife who gets involved in an investigation and everything. But it really it's about the behind the scenes drama. And I also hope that we expect to laugh a little bit.
Amazing. I just want to thank you so much for your time. Muito obrigada, and a lot of success. And I hope everybody liked it. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you like to support or continue to support Jana on Camera, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the videos.